Welcome back, everybody. Lojo Outdoors here.
Yeah.
It's almost Easter.
And guess what? Easter's very excellent.
That was terrible.
Come on!
All right. Anyway, it's almost Easter. And for Easter, what do you make? You make a ham, right? Well, what if you don't eat meat? It's 2021. There's a lot of people that don't eat a lot of things. So, if you need a ham, but you don't eat meat, what are your options? Think of any options?
Maybe what we're going to cook today.
That was very insightful. So, there's an internet sensation been going around for a year or so, turning a watermelon into a ham on the smoker. So that's what we're going to do today. This was started by a barbecue joint up in New York. They really did something. I don't know how this is going to be as far as taste goes, but I'm very interested. I'm not sure what that was.
I was yawning because I'm wearing my pajamas.
All right. So we're gonna make this ham out of a watermelon on the smoker. I still don't know what he's doing.
What kind of flavor?
Okay. Well, with that being said, we have a few ingredients here. We have 3/4 cup kosher salt, about 1/4 cup of oregano, a few bay leaves. And it's really that simple. Oh wait, there's that one other ingredient. Hardwood ash. Evidently, it's pretty important. The only thing I can figure, there's lion ash. They say that the ash is what gives the watermelon its skin when it's put on the smoker. So, I guess the chemical reaction is what does it, so it's necessary. But I still don't know about this. I'm really unsure, but we're gonna figure it out. Logan's pouring milk again. Every single video.
I like milk. Is that what?
I think we need to get sponsored by a dairy company or something.
Yes, very much.
All right. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take these ingredients and we're gonna drop them into some warm water. We're gonna mix them up. Hang on. Preparation, not my strong suit. Oh. We're gonna mix these up. Get that salt melted. Once the salt is nice and melted, or whatever the world it does when it goes in the water. Incorporated, maybe. Is that right? I don't know. Let me know. Not real good at the language thing. We get done with that.
Not the language. Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Okay. So we're gonna take the rest of those ingredients and we're gonna put it into this cooler full of water. It's just regular cold water. Then we're gonna add some ice to it. We're gonna dump the rest of these ingredients in there and we're gonna make a brine. Now this needs to brine for a couple of days. You might be thinking, why in the world does a melon have to brine? I don't know. I got nothing. Other than, like I said, maybe it needs that chemical reaction from this ash. I don't even have a whole lot of it. I hope it doesn't take much more than that, because that's all I got. That's all I can pull out of the smoker. Maybe it needs that chemical reaction. We'll see. But anyway, go ahead and dump this in there. You don't need to see that on camera. You know what dumping one thing into another thing looks like.
Yeah.
All right, now that we have that brine mixed up, we're gonna take this melon and we're gonna turn it into this.
And from the camera, from the angle I'm looking at it, it kind of looks like a weird thing you would find in a cave.
In a cave. They have watermelons with no rind in caves.
In ancient caves, maybe.
Okay, take this, put it into the brine.
In bed wait for 100 days.
Not really. Then cover this baby up, put it in the refrigerator, keep it nice, keep it outside if it's cold, whatever. Just keep it like under 40 degrees. Of course, not frozen. You'd think that would be common sense, but
Not everyone has common sense.
coming from him. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this in the cooler, put it in the fridge outside in the garage. We'll button it up, and we will see you guys in 2.5 days. See you then.
It has to be, by the way.
And we're back. Logan's still in bed, it's a little early. I didn't want to wake him up, not just to do this part. Watermelon's been in this brine for a couple days now. We're gonna see how it looks. But first, I gotta put this camera down and take it out of the cooler and put it into a pan. So I'll be right back. All right, here I am with the brined melon. Looks a little different than it did when we first cut it. Not a lot. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna put this into an aluminum pan. Just one of them disposable pans you get at the grocery store. We'll put it back in the refrigerator for a couple hours just to let it dry up. And then on to the smoker. All right, it's been a few hours. I got my partner up, finally. He was snoozing the day away. But anyway, this watermelon is sat in the refrigerator to dry out. It's got kind of a sticky feeling to it now, which they say that's what you want. So hopefully we haven't messed this thing up too bad. First step we're gonna do, we're gonna do it on a Traeger, on a pellet grill. We got it heated up to 250. We're gonna put it on the grill at 250 for about 2 hours. Then we're gonna pull it off and do the next step. But the first thing before we put it in there, we wanna take some olive oil, and not a lot, just a little bit, couple tablespoons probably. There's one, and there's two. All right, we're gonna use that. That's gonna help with the juices that come out of this in the smoker. We're gonna use that plus the olive oil to help baste this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in the grill at 250 for 2 hours. Every 30 minutes, we're gonna baste it. So we'll see you in 2 hours and we'll see how this is going. All right, folks, it's been 2 hours, a couple minutes after 2 hours. It's a live look in. We're gonna see this first time. You're gonna see it same time I do. So this is what we're gonna do first. We'll open the lid. Whew, that's smoky. Guess that's good though, huh? All right, we're gonna pull this out. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this knife right here, we're gonna make score marks on it, just like a normal ham. All right, so I'm gonna take this knife, we're gonna score it, just like a ham.
just like this. We're gonna go both directions. All right, flip it over this way. Go this direction, just like your normal Easter ham.
I like Easter eggs better than an Easter ham.
All right, now that's done. We're gonna put it back on. Another 2 hours. 250 degrees still. Let's see if it's too hot. I can grab it now. Be honest with you, not a whole lot's changed. Not a whole lot's changed at all. Still looks pretty much the same, except now it's warm. All right, we're going to
It has scorch marks on it.
and now it has core marks. All right, we're going to put it back in another 2 hours. We're going to keep basting it. See what happens in this run. All right, see you soon. All right, so we are back out here in this watermelon ham process. It is dark outside. Logan's holding a light.
It's my reading light, like super bright, especially in my room.
Yes, it is definitely bright. Hopefully it's bright enough. Well, anyway, we are almost 5 hours in on this cook. That's why it's dark. So here's what it looks like so far.
It looks like a ham.
It does look like a ham with that cross section on it. So this is what we're going to do next. We're going to close this lid up. We're going to pump the heat all the way up to 450 degrees. Then we're going to put some olive oil on top of it. Now we've been basting it with olive oil and its juices already. Well, now we're gonna up it a little bit. We're gonna, like I said, bump it up to 450. Put some olive oil on it, and let this bad boy cook for about 30 more minutes at 450, and basting it every about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. And then at the end of it, we're gonna take it inside so we don't have to deal with this bad lighting anymore. So we will see you next time in the house.
Bad thing about this is, even if you turn it on and then you do something with the batteries, or if you like drop it, and it's still on, it might not work because of the batteries. So,
Imagine that. If you drop something, it might not work. As he drops it. All right, we'll see you guys in the house. Okay, like I promised, we are back in the house. And this thing is done.
And I'm shirtless.
I don't think they noticed.
I am shirtless.
Speaking of noticing, if somebody was to come to a party with that right there, would you notice it was a watermelon?
I wouldn't.
Well, we're getting ready to find out. All right, I'm gonna take a couple spoons and try to get this onto the cutting board without jacking it all up.
I like watermelon
See how I do.
and ham, so...
Oh, she's still heavy. It's really heavy. Oh my goodness, it's heavy.
How heavy, Dad?
I think it's heavier now than when I put it in there.
That's probably because of the liquid soaking in there, and the liquid makes it heavier.
You think so?
Yeah. That's also just plain old science.
All right, well there she is. Logan, you excited about this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I had your enthusiasm, but we're gonna find out.
Oh.
Logan says it looks like a ham. I don't think it does, but definitely doesn't look like a watermelon anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it looks closer to a ham than a watermelon.
All right, let me go get a knife because, again,
No.
preparation, not my thing. I'll be right back to slice this beast.
I need to tell you something. You know Jackson, our dog?
I don't think they know,
Jackson, come on.
but since Logan's gonna tell you about him. There he is. Say hi, Jackson. What are you getting ready to tell him, son?
I'm going to tell them that he's a great listener. And also he drinks water out of a sink and he literally looks like this.
Okay.
Jackson.
All right, so it's a cooking show, not animal cooking. All right, I'm gonna get a knife. We'll be right back.
See you.
All right, here we are. First cut. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. Still crisp like a melon. It's definitely hot inside. Looks like a very rare prime rib.
Yes. I definitely have a very real problem.
Oh, this is weird. All right, this is gonna be the piece we try right here. Right out of the middle. Let's move that out of the way.
Looks like a watermelon.
It's definitely warm on the inside.
Looks like a watermelon on the inside.
All right, we're getting ready to try it. Are you excited?
Yeah.
It's not the enthusiasm I was looking for, but I will match it. All right, let's get the forks. All right, we got our pieces. I am not excited for this at all. This just feels wrong.
Yes, very much. Especially,
Weird.
the inside does not look good. Look at that.
I'm looking at it. All right, son.
Hey, that's mine. That's yours.
All right, trying it.
It's okay.
Actually, that's not near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Kind of tastes like meat and watermelon.
It's different. It's definitely different. I'm not saying I won't do it again, but if I did do it again, I think I'd want to put a glaze, like a maple. Look at that milk. I think I'd want to do a maple syrup and brown sugar glaze or something to give it a little bit of that sweetness that baked ham has, because it doesn't have any sweetness at all. It's like the process took all the sweetness from the watermelon right out. Tastes a little salty. So definitely, I think I would put a glaze on it. Like I said, a maple syrup, brown sugar, maybe honey brown sugar, whatever you like, but it's not as bad as I thought. Definitely, this definitely isn't going to be the recipe that makes me go vegan. But if you gave it to me, I wouldn't be mad at you either.
It's okay. That's what he means.
I mean, I'm not going to stand in line for it.
It isn't like his favorite food. It isn't
Definitely
my
not.
favorite food. My favorite food is watermelon, but this doesn't taste mostly like watermelon.
Doesn't taste like watermelon at all.
So,
But, all right.
we're giving it a, I'm giving it a 60 out of 100. What are you giving it?
You're 60 out of 100, huh? I'm not going that high, but I'll give it a 40 out of 100
That's not even half.
because it's edible. But I'm not going to say it's good. But definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'm going to change it. I think it's going to be a 55 out of 100.
55. Phew, went down a lot.
Going down by 10.
That's 5.
Oh, okay, Mr. Smoke. No, no.
All right. Smoked watermelon. Vegan ham. Gives you muscles, evidently. All right, whatever you want to call it. We'll see you guys later on the next episode of Lojo Outdoors.
Peace.
All right, see you guys later.